And when you put up those boundaries, that's when you realize that some of the people were even in your life simply because you had no boundaries at all. And now that you've set up boundaries, they have no way to get back into your life because they can't take advantage of you anymore. Hi ladies, and welcome to our Feminine Closet. Today we're going to talk about reinvention, a whole life reset. If you have been feeling stagnant, like your life is not moving forward, or if you feel like you can do better with your life, you are better than where you are, you can get to a better place than where you are right now at this moment. If you feel like there is a higher and better version of yourself that you still need to accomplish, if you're not happy with how your finances are looking, you're always spending unnecessarily and getting yourself into debt, always attracting the wrong people in your life, then ladies, you definitely do need a life reset. You have to decide on why you need a life reset. You have to come up with a very strong reason why you need to change your life, because if you don't come up with a strong reason why you need to reset your life and change your life, there's a possibility that you might fall back and you might give up. To come up with a strong reason that will be able to motivate you to get back on track whenever you feel like you're falling off. Say for example, you tell yourself that I don't want my children to look at me and believe that, okay, this is the best we can do. I want to be a role model for my kids. I want to break some generational curses so that my kids don't have to go through it and deal with it. I want to change some habits in my life. I don't know what reason you might have. Just make sure that it's strong enough to hold you down whenever you feel like falling off, because you will get to a point where you're like, okay, this is now too much, and you want to fall back because you feel lost. But if you have a strong reason, it will motivate you to say, you know, no matter how hard it gets, I'm still going to carry on with this journey. I'm not going to give up. Giving up is not worth it. You must also decide on how you're going to go about it. Don't just tell yourself that I'll see it as the day goes. It's going to be easy for you to fall back. So if you really want to make it a success, you have to decide, like, how am I going to go about it? Just come up with a strategy on how you're going to work on it. Also allow yourself to have that little space of going with the flow, because for me it was different. I just had everything lined up, like, okay, I'm gonna work on my finances, I'm gonna work on this, I'm gonna work on that, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna change that. This is how I'm gonna transform my life, only to find out in the middle of the journey that there are some things that I had to deal with that I had no idea I was supposed to deal with. So some of the underlying blockages, stumbling blocks that are causing us to fall back, some of them we're not even aware of them because we've shoved them at the back of our minds. Like I remember for me, it was some past experiences. I had even forgotten about it. And while I was going through this journey, they were brought before me, and I was like, God, do I really have to go through this right now? And I realized that it was part of the journey. There was absolutely no way I was going to be able to come out on the other side a better and stronger version of myself if I did not deal with that at that particular moment. So sometimes it's not just your mind telling you that, I need to change my life, or you feel this shift, this strong nudge in you that says you have to get up and change your life. Sometimes it's not just your mind telling you that. Sometimes it's the Holy Spirit that is telling you that, you know what, I'm about to take you to a different dimension, but you cannot get to that place while you're still this kind of person that you are. You need to get up and work on yourself, work on your personality, change your life, change your mentality, change everything about you. I'm about to start working on you so that I prepare you for that phase that I'm about to take you to. So do not harden your heart. Whenever you feel that urge, go ahead and do it. You don't know what you're being prepared for. Some of the blessings, we lose them because we get to the blessing while we're still not the right person for that type of blessing. Not that you are the wrong person, but there are personalities, like there are behaviors in you, there are mentalities that you possess that will not be able to contain and keep that blessing. In order for you to get to where you want to be, you have to make sure that you're the right person for that particular place. I don't know if that makes sense. Alright, so now you've made your decision that you want to change your life. You have also come up with the most important reason why you want to change your life and a strategy on how you're going to change your life. The next thing you have to understand is that you are at this particular moment in your life. This type of person that you are now, before you get to where you're working to get to, those are two different people. The person that you'll come out is at the end of this journey is not the same person that you are now. You will be a completely revamped and transformed person. The things around you, the people around you, the routines that you used to, everything around you suits the personality that you possess right now at this particular moment. Meaning that when you start to shift, everything around you is going to shift. The people around you, the people that you used to, like let's say you love to Netflix and chill. When you decide that, okay, now I want to become a different version of myself, I need to let go of Netflix, you'll begin to be like, whenever you open Netflix, you'll feel like, I'm wasting my life, I'm wasting my time, I'm not supposed to be doing it. We're attracted to you because of the personality that you wear then. So when you begin to shift into becoming a different person, those people won't be attracted to you as much as they were when you were that type of person back then. So you must prepare yourself mentally and emotionally to begin losing interest in some of the things. It's a very uncomfortable stage because you will begin losing people, you will begin losing interest in other things, but at the same time you won't know how to replace all that because you're still working and figuring out how you're going to get to that other side. So it's going to feel very uncomfortable. Prepare yourself for that. And most people lose interest in. The moment things start changing, then they begin to feel like, I can't take this, because most people are scared to step out of their comfort zone. They feel like, this is me, this is my personality, this is all I know, So prepare yourself and do not be afraid to let those people go. Do not be afraid to let those habits and those routines go. Change them for the better. Even if somebody goes, just know that whoever is coming is going to be better than that person. Change your mindset, the way you think, and read a lot of self-help books. Pray, meditate, or be proactive. Don't just decide that, okay, I want to change my life and then just sit back and wait for magic to happen. It's not going to happen magically. You have to get up. If you decide that you want to change your health, you have to make sure that you go to the gym, you start eating healthy. You read the books about how you can maintain your health and make sure that you put in the work and you don't lazy around about it. Master detachment. Most people are scared of that they don't want to let go of what they used to. Learn to say no to anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Anything that is not in alignment with who you're working on becoming is going to have to go. You have to get to a point whereby you make that decision and make sure that you stick to it. Most people fall back when it gets to that stage because they can't let go of what they used to. And trust me, like most of the people are gonna fall off on their own. You won't even have to let them go, they'll fall off on their own. Another thing is where you wanna be doesn't see you fit yet. So when you come out on the other side, you're going to be a different kind of person. You will start hanging out with different people, you'll start doing different things, But at this particular moment, you're not that person yet. So the people that you're supposed to be hanging out with, you're not hanging out with them yet. Because let me say, for example, you decide that you want to change your life because you begin attracting all the wrong people into your life. When you're done with this journey, you're going to attract the right person into your life, right? So you go through the process of letting go of all those toxic people that you had attracted into your life. But the person that you're going to attract when you come out on the other side is not there yet. In fact, you're not even their type yet. Not because you're not the right person for them, but because of the things that you still need to work on. As long as you still possess those things, those personalities, those behaviors, those traumas from your past relationships, you still need to work on yourself in order for you to attract that person into your life, in order for you to be the perfect partner for that person that you're going to attract into your life. You will get to this particular moment where you are alone, because you're not where you want to be yet, and you've taken a step away from where you used to be, which is the most uncomfortable stage, because right now you'll be at a stage whereby you are very uncertain. You're like, okay, I don't know if I should go back. And sometimes that's when self-doubt comes in. Most people, when they get to that stage, they'll begin to be like, maybe I made the wrong decision. What if I've lost all my friends for good? What if I've let go of my life? What if I've let go of all that only to find out that I'm not going to accomplish anything at the end? Trust me, if you go about it with your whole heart and in the right way and work on it like properly, it will be rewarding at the end. Most people feel lonely during that time because, man, you used to be on WhatsApp all day, like chatting to people. You used to be on Netflix, binge watching movies. But now all of a sudden you've decided to let go of those habits. You don't know what to do now. Like, what should I be doing? It's a journey. You're still working, figuring out yourself, figuring out how you're going to get. So instead of feeling lonely, take it as like a peaceful moment of your life. Because where there is peace, you are able to listen attentively. The moment you begin to feel like, what if, there is a voice that is now getting louder and louder and louder, and using that loneliness, as an advantage to talk you out of that journey. But whenever you see peace instead of loneliness, you will begin to relax and listen to the inner voice. That inner voice will tell you that you know who you are, you know where you want to get to, who you want to be. It will tell you that don't forget why you started. You know where you're going, and you know you're going to accomplish your goals and whatever it is that you're working on. Do not give up. Carry on. So when you get to that moment, listen to that inner voice, and then motivate yourself again. Like, read books, pray a lot, meditate. Make sure that you motivate yourself every now and again. It's going to be very difficult, I cannot lie to you, but the more you devote yourself, like, I want to do this, I know why I'm doing it, and I'm not going to give up until I get to where I want to be, until I become the person that I want to be. Trust me, it gets easier and easier. And losing all those people brings you to a point where you feel like, you know what, I'm actually stronger on my own. You'll begin to realize that you didn't even need those people to begin with. This is when you begin to realize that this is an individual journey. You then begin to individually work on yourself. You realize that you've got the strength to actually get yourself up, dust yourself off, and build the life that you've always wanted to. You'll begin to set up boundaries. And when you put up those boundaries, that's when you realize that some of the people were even in your life simply because you had no boundaries at all. And now that you've set up boundaries, they have no way to get back into your life because they can't take advantage of you anymore. You have to be selective of who you then allow into your life, because when you look at the people who are going to start falling off, you can ask yourself, why were they in your life to begin with? Because for me, I realized that some of the people were in my life because they were my source of comfort. Whenever I looked at them, I realized there are things that they went through, but they never got to deal with them and get over them. So they allowed those things to stay and control their lives. And because I also had those issues, those underlying issues, whenever I was with those people, I felt this source of comfort, peace that told me that I'm not the only one who went through. I didn't see a problem with the traumas that I had gone through. So when those people left my life, I realized that I'm not supposed to attract the same people into the version of myself that I'm building. So how can I stop that from happening? I had to deal with those issues and make sure that I face them head on and make sure that they don't dictate my life anymore. Dealing with those traumas actually makes you see yourself in a better way. Like, it actually removes that veil that has been controlling how you actually see yourself. And then you begin to see yourself as a different person. Because sometimes you look at relationships in a way that, let's say you've been hurt before. Whenever you think about a relationship, your brain obviously will automatically tell you that, I've heard people say, when you get back into dating, you must prepare yourself for the heartbreaks, for the cheating and all that stuff. So when you get into a relationship, you're like, I'm ready for him to cheat on me, for him to break my heart. I'm ready for him to not be faithful to me. But once you work on those traumas and those heartbreaks that you've gone through, you'll begin to change your mentality and understand that there are actually still good men out there who won't cheat on you. And then when you look at relationships again, you'll begin to be like, I'm ready to attract a faithful partner into my life, because you've changed your mentality and the way you view relationships. Then you begin to see yourself in a different kind of way. And then you're able to attract the good things that you've always wanted in your life. You will open up that portal of saying, I know who I want to be, and I am going to attract that personality into my life. You need to make sure that you begin this journey with a focused mindset, knowing where you really want to get to with your life. You will get to that point whereby you'll have gone through all those stages and phases, of loneliness, of detachment, learning new things, learning how to love yourself more, learning how to believe in yourself. And then you'll get to that one glorious moment. You begin to feel like, you know what, I thank God I took this journey. And you begin to thank yourself for actually making that decision and saying, you know what, I want to work on myself and transform my life. Because you will begin to see people coming into your life, positive people who will bring a very huge and positive impact into your life. You'll begin to see change in your life. You'll begin to see change in how you think and in how you see yourself and in how you see life and everything else around you. And opportunities will start availing themselves, and you will not be scared to say no to any opportunity that looks like it's taking advantage of you, because another opportunity will rise that will actually grow you into becoming a better person, and you'll begin to, you know, attract the right people into your life. And you know, it's going to be very beautiful. You're going to be like, I thank God I went on this journey, because you will learn and realize a lot about yourself, and you will see the elevation, you know, it's going to be like. So it's important that you go on this type of journey. Work on yourself. It's constant. It's not something that you work on and then it's over and done with. It's constant. You have to keep changing and evolving, you know. People are going to come, people are going to go. So there's going to be a stage in your life where you're going to be with some certain people, but when you actually God elevates you into another stage of your life, those people are going to have to go and then new people will come. But you just do not lose your focus. Keep working on yourself, keep making yourself a better person, and make sure whenever you look at yourself, you feel like, I'm proud of myself. Do not procrastinate. When you think about changing your life and working on your life and being like, you know what, I need a whole new life reset, ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel the need to change my life? Like, only a few people get up and actually go on it and they make it, and then most people always sit back and they're like, is it even worth it? Because they don't have a strong reason why they even have to work on themselves. Ladies, if you feel like you need a life reset, do it. Start now and thank me later. If you don't get up and do it, nobody else is going to do it for you. Do it for your kids if you have to. Do it for the people around you. They all deserve the best version of you, but only you can give them that. So if you don't do it, nobody else is coming to do it for you. If you know somebody who needs a life reset in their life, or somebody who's been procrastinating about it, please share this video with them. And if you have any questions, comments and views, please leave them down below in the comment section. And also don't forget, please, to subscribe to my channel, and also like if you enjoyed this type of content. I will see you again in the next video.